This is so disgusting. Meghan Markle is already cashing in on her royal return before the royal return has even been entirely agreed. And this should be a major warning to King Charles.
I don't think that Meghan has earned her place back into a royal household and under the same roof as the British royal family.
The king is not doing her any service by trying to give in to Harry and Meghan. The best thing he can do is to really show these two what they have done, to break them so that they can learn something.
If the royal family truly inflicted the level of harm Harry and Meghan have alleged over the years, why is reconciliation such a priority? That's the question I think a lot of people are asking. Their continued pursuit of meetings with the family.
What an insult. What a slap in the face to the British people that, having negotiated their departure from the royal family, they will be staying in a royal palace when they come to the UK in July.
I am so shocked. I am so angry. I've been stumping up and down with my anger.
They publicly criticized Britain, shared serious concerns about the royal family in documentaries and books, and now reports suggest they could stay at a royal residence during their next UK visit. King Charles is reportedly open to the arrangement, and the reaction online has been intense.
Imagine bringing her in the presence of the king, what she's going to come out with. It is going to be so bad for, I think, the king. He is making a big mistake, and some people around him know it. And I think William is just the man for the job. He really, really is. He is making some different choices.
When those reports appeared, social media quickly filled with strong opinions. Harry and Meghan are expected to return to the UK in July. And according to multiple reports, they may stay on royal property instead of booking private accommodation. That possibility sparked a wave of criticism.
Monarch in the past is going to be completely different, aligned with our times now, and that's always going to be something nice to see. And his approval ratings will continue to go up because he's always ready to do the right thing.
Across comment sections, people used words like weak, spineless, and no backbone to describe what they believed was the king's decision. One widely shared comment read, "Charles has failed his people, the institution, and the memory of his own mother."
I think it's less about family relationships. Otherwise, Thomas Markle would have received a phone call within the last few weeks, and more about Harry and Meghan continuing to milk the monarchy. This is after reports that she's got $5 million worth of inventory that she's having a hard time selling. And it does seem to me that her strategy is very whiplashy.
Others wrote things like, "Hand the crown to William now before there's nothing left to hand over."
She is, I think, on the brink of even a bankruptcy they're talking about, because there's warehouses of these products that are going to expire. And so this invitation, I think, comes at a good time for her to try to maximize sales around, royalty, true royalty.
What surprised many people was who was making those comments. Many appeared to come from longtime supporters of the monarchy, people who have traditionally defended the royal family. Some of those same voices are now questioning the king's approach.
He's using the children, playing on the emotional sensibilities of the king. And because of, as you say, he's recovering from cancer, he's aware of his own mortality.
Well, I would argue it's more than one big game. For Meghan, this is about commercial survival. And the fact that she's done this so early rather than actually waiting for confirmation, waiting to get everything agreed, shows how desperate she is to move this product.
One commenter even wrote that this single decision changed how they viewed the monarchy. Another simply said, "He's no king of mine." That's why this story has attracted so much attention. But behind all the headlines, another question keeps coming up. Why are Harry and Meghan returning now?
With words that read summer invitations have a way of arriving all at once. Oh, we see what you're doing, Meghan, and this is just gross.
Different commentators have offered different theories. Some believe it's about rebuilding family relationships. Others think it's connected to public image, future projects, or strengthening their royal ties.
She treats brand building like speed dating. Jam's not working, moves over to matcha, and there is that lack of patience and discipline that you were just describing.
Let's just compare that now immediately to the email that Meghan Markle sent out, which is all about over sentimentality and spending money, and that's how you deliver love.
Online, there has also been speculation about Meghan's lifestyle brand and reports discussing unsold inventory, but none of those claims have been independently confirmed.
Whereas, and the way to do it is to work hard, head down, and just say, believe in your product. Make sure you road tested the product. Make sure you absolutely think it's something good that people want, and you expand piece by piece by piece. Instead, she sort of foisted it on us, and I don't think it's selling well.
Even so, many commenters believe financial questions are part of the conversation. Some online posts have suggested the visit could also create opportunities for future projects or improve public interest in the couple. Those remain opinions rather than established facts, but they continue to circulate widely.
Absolutely. And you know where Catherine gets it so right, P. Dina? She knows how to subtly separate herself from Meghan and what Meghan is doing. And I think she's biting back in a brilliant way. So you probably...
King Charles is also continuing his public duties while receiving treatment for cancer, making any possible family meeting especially significant. Reports suggest many people hope any discussions would focus on family rather than public attention.
I should say, that have written me and said they feel like Meghan is using the children as a human shield, so she isn't held accountable for her actions. You know,
well,
go ahead.
Yeah, in a way, that's exactly the point, because she's using the children, playing on the emotional sensibilities of the king.
Some commenters have also pointed to the continuing distance between Meghan and her father, Thomas Markle, arguing that unresolved family relationships remain part of the wider public discussion.
I think Meghan has gone through this storytelling and manipulation so long that she doesn't even know how to get to something that is real and authentic anymore.
Those views reflect opinions shared online rather than confirmed motives. Then another detail caught people's attention. Shortly after reports of the possible UK visit began circulating,
I don't see how they can, they've had things in their coat, and they can take pictures, and actually I don't think it's worth the risking. Stay away from him.
Meghan shared a lifestyle-themed social media post about summer entertaining. Summer invitations have a way of arriving all at once, she wrote, before highlighting products including wine, fruit spreads, and chocolates.
Because there's no guarantee, they're not having to sign some NDA, right? So you're more than likely fueling even more, negative points dropping, more points dropping around, support of the monarchy.
Some online commenters believe the timing was intentional and connected it to the royal headlines. Others saw it as a routine promotional post. Either way, the discussion quickly grew, with many people debating whether the headlines and the marketing campaign had simply overlapped or were linked in some way. Some critics believe Meghan is continuing to use her royal connection to draw attention to her lifestyle brand, and the reaction online has been intense.
What they have to make sure happens is nothing is leaked to any of their presses, so that the royal family believe that these private visits now can be conducted with that degree of privacy that should be respected, and if they want to build trust again with the royal family. Because if within 6 weeks stories come out, then they're toast.
Many viewers criticized the post from top to bottom. Some called the photography unappealing, others questioned the food styling, while several described the writing as flat. One commenter even called the campaign a complete and utter failure. Another comment focused on the message itself. Meghan wrote about the joy of gathering around a table with friends, but some online critics questioned whether the image matched the public perception surrounding her lifestyle brand.
What people have to realize is there is also a very deliberate push, and I do believe it is helped in some quarters by those within Buckingham Palace, or at least, how do I put it, a faction of the team in Buckingham Palace to constantly do down and deride William.
Around the same time, Catherine, Princess of Wales, spoke publicly about love as something built through time, patience, and quiet support rather than grand gestures. Some commentators suggested the timing of those remarks invited comparisons, although there is no indication they were directed at anyone in particular. Many people online contrasted the two approaches.
I think William will be horrified and furious. He won't go anywhere near him, I believe, and he won't let Catherine go anywhere near him. She won't want to go either. If Meghan wants to go up and be friendly, no chance. And he'll keep right out of it.
One was seen as promoting a lifestyle brand, while the other was viewed as emphasizing personal values. Whether that comparison is fair remains a matter of opinion, but it has fueled plenty of discussion. Then the conversation shifted to another topic that continues to generate strong reactions.
Close sources that know what's going on, that Harry, and I quote, effing hates his brother, detests his brother. Do you think, therefore, it's likely that the king will snub Harry too?
To be clear, much of what follows reflects online speculation rather than verified facts. Across social media, some commenters questioned the limited number of public appearances involving Harry and Meghan's family. Others argued that the couple has chosen to keep their private life out of the spotlight, while critics said that privacy has only encouraged more speculation. Various online theories have circulated about old photographs and public appearances, but none of those claims have been substantiated.
What an insult. What a slap in the face to the British people that, having negotiated their departure from the royal family, they will be staying in a royal palace when they come to the UK in July.
I am so shocked. I am so angry. I've been stamping up and down with my anger because they've been so rude, both of them, him and Meghan. They've been so rude. They've been so nasty. They've told so many lies. And now they're going to take advantage of as much as they can. And it's just too shocking. It's awful.
Even so, the discussion continues across comment sections and social media. One frequently discussed event involved an old polo outing, where some viewers claimed they noticed unusual details in video footage. Others strongly disagreed, saying those interpretations relied on assumptions rather than clear evidence. The same event also sparked online debate about interactions between members of the royal family, with different people drawing very different conclusions from the limited footage that was publicly available.
To bring back this work-shy wills tag. Now, this is a tag, P. Diner, that is a decade old. A decade old. And we have long moved on from it. Like, was anyone talking about work-shy wills when his father and wife were undergoing chemotherapy at the same time, and he had to totally take the lead in holding the British monarchy together while holding his family together? Like, seriously.
More recently, some commenters have focused on the family's rare public photographs. Critics have questioned the casual style of certain images, while supporters argue the couple is simply choosing a more private and relaxed approach than other members of the royal family. Others also discussed a recent Father's Day photograph after noticing that clothing featured in the image appeared similar to products available online. Some believed it was a deliberate marketing decision, while others dismissed the connection as coincidence. A few viewers also pointed out that Harry did not appear to be wearing his wedding ring in one image. That observation quickly became another topic of online debate, although a single photograph offers no reliable explanation.
Perceived by some as being the Harry and Meghan show, plus they're losing sponsors left, right and centre.
Yes, because they don't like them anymore, and they don't like the fact that they're not doing what it's supposed to be, which is to let people who've actually been fighting for the country and who need to sort of build up their energy and their bodies. They don't really do that.
With so many rumors and competing theories circulating online, it's easy to see why every new report attracts so much attention. According to recent commentary, one of the most common suggestions from some royal watchers is that any future meetings should be handled with careful planning and clear security procedures. Some online commenters also revisited older public appearances, claiming certain interactions stood out to them. Those interpretations remain speculative, but they continue to circulate across social media.
We, of course, have seen Meghan at Invictus events, but it's always with her at the centre stage. to the distraction, I think, of the people who it's really about.
Meghan wore a very, very short shorts, and she sort of walked in front of everybody else. And the people who'd taken part in the walk, which is never easy for them because they've been damaged, she thought it was very funny and did that, and they hated it. They didn't want to follow her.
Others have suggested that any future private meetings between Harry and the royal family should involve clear confidentiality agreements and carefully managed arrangements. Some even argued that legal protections should be in place before sensitive family discussions take place. Underlying many of those comments is one recurring concern: media coverage. Across online discussions, some people have speculated that the UK visit could eventually become part of a future documentary, memoir, or television project. There is no confirmed evidence supporting those claims, but they remain a frequent topic of debate. One commenter even suggested the palace should create its own official record of any meeting to avoid future disagreements over what was said or happened.
If somebody like Mike Tindall or Mike and Zara Tindall were heading up the Invictus Games, maybe even Sir David Beckham, I personally think they would be more successful than Prince Harry.
I believe Harry and Meghan are a liability to the future of the monarchy, and I think that the royal family should keep their distance, but I'm also not a psychic. You know what I mean?
Charles has damaged the support for the monarchy as a result of his dealings with Andrew and now Harry.
That idea also gained attention online. Reports have also claimed that Harry has expressed concerns about privacy during visits to royal residences. Those reports prompted a wave of reactions, with many commenters debating whether such concerns are justified. The discussion isn't limited to the public either. According to reports, there have been differing opinions within palace circles about how any future meeting should be handled, although those claims have not been officially confirmed. Many commentators also believe Prince William is unlikely to take part in any reunion. Reports have repeatedly suggested he intends to keep his distance, and speculation about the relationship between the two brothers continues to dominate royal coverage. Some reports even describe the relationship as deeply strained, though the exact nature of their private conversations remains unknown. Several commentators believe any meeting, if it happens at all, would likely be carefully planned to avoid creating unnecessary public attention or highly symbolic photographs.
William is so conscious of this, P. Dinah, and I think William believes that he can turn it around. But one of the ways that he thinks he can turn it around, P. Dinah, is by keeping Harry and Meghan out of it, and allowing his young family and his young children to emerge and to become the young royals that younger generation associate with.
For many royal watchers, this remains one of the biggest issues. When Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties, many people believe that decision marked a permanent change. Some commentators have argued that allowing closer royal involvement again could send a mixed message. Calls to remove the Sussexes' royal titles also continue to appear regularly across comment sections, although no such decision has been announced. Supporters of Prince William frequently point to his public engagements and family responsibilities, especially during a period when both Catherine and King Charles have faced health challenges. Many argue his priorities have reflected stability and duty rather than public attention. A recently resurfaced criticism describing William as work-shy also sparked debate online, but many commenters quickly defended him, arguing that the quality of his work matters more than the number of appearances. Meanwhile, another issue has attracted growing attention: the Invictus Games. Some commentators have questioned sponsorship changes and financial reporting connected to the event, while others stress there is no evidence of wrongdoing.
I think there's quite a possibility that it might not come off. I hope not. But Harry's making a big sort of nonsense about it, isn't it? And making it a huge thing. And that's what is extremely upsetting.
Those discussions continue to generate strong opinions online. Other criticism has centered on whether media coverage sometimes focuses more on Harry and Meghan than on the veterans the games were created to support. Several people also revisited earlier Invictus events, arguing that media attention occasionally shifted toward celebrity moments instead of the competitors. Supporters disagree with that assessment, but the debate continues, with some critics referring to those moments as the Harry and Meghan show. And it's not just Meghan drawing criticism. Some viewers also argue that Harry has used the Invictus platform to comment on political issues, something they believe goes beyond the original purpose of the games. According to those critics, the focus should remain on the competitors and veterans rather than public debates. That's why some online commenters have suggested different public figures could eventually help lead or represent the event. Names such as Mike and Zara Tindall or David Beckham have been mentioned by commenters who believe the spotlight should stay firmly on the veterans. And that leads to another question many people have been asking. Have the competitors and veterans themselves been given enough of a voice in the conversation?
He spends a week in Scotland, and normally it's about that time when he's at Holyrood Palace and doing events up there. And then he goes on, and the idea is then they go on to their summer holiday in the Scotland. So that tends to be the traditional way it works. So will he be in Scotland? So that's why I think they should be going up to Balmoral or wherever, which one of Prince Charles's, the King's houses. Well, he's got the castle next to Balmoral. Go and stay there. It's the most heavenly part of the world.
When you put together all the debates surrounding the visit, the ongoing family tensions, and the discussions about public trust, many commentators believe it all points to a much bigger issue facing the monarchy. Recent polling has suggested support for the monarchy has declined compared with previous years. Some surveys indicate approval has fallen over the past few years, while support among younger adults appears noticeably lower than it was a decade ago. Critics argue that some recent royal decisions have contributed to those numbers. They point to several high-profile family controversies and say each one has placed additional pressure on the institution. Others believe Prince William has taken a different approach, focusing on long-term stability and protecting the future of the monarchy. Supporters argue he is trying to preserve public confidence, while critics see the situation differently. Many observers agree on one thing: the royal family continues to face significant public scrutiny. Then another question enters the conversation.
If they really wanted to do something discreet, and the ultimate objective was reconciliation, it would have been quietly at Balmoral. It wouldn't be in the middle of a London summer when all of the headlines being generated out of Montecito are of Meghan's failed business ventures.
Will Meghan even make the trip? Some royal watchers point out that similar speculation has appeared before. Reports of a return to Britain often generate headlines for weeks, only for plans to change or remain uncertain. Because of that history, some online commenters believe it is still too early to assume exactly how this visit will unfold. Others think the plans are genuine and simply depend on schedules and family arrangements. One fact often mentioned by commentators is that King Charles has reportedly made royal accommodation available to Harry during previous visits. According to those reports, Harry has sometimes chosen other arrangements instead. Supporters of the palace argue that staying on royal property can simplify security and logistics. Timing also continues to be part of the discussion. Reports indicate King Charles is expected to spend part of the summer carrying out official duties before continuing with his usual seasonal schedule in Scotland. Some commentators therefore argue that if a private family meeting is the main goal, Scotland could provide a quieter setting away from intense media attention. So what is really driving this visit? Is it an effort to rebuild family relationships? Is it connected to public image? Or will events unfold very differently from what many people expect? Right now, even experienced royal commentators disagree, but many share one opinion. If a private meeting does happen, maintaining trust and confidentiality could be one of the most important factors of all. I've linked 2 more videos on your screen that explore this story from different angles and take a closer look at what's reportedly happening behind palace walls. Choose the one that interests you most, and I'll see you there.